Look at these pictures. Probably, yeah. Probably you start starving. You start to craving those snacks. And even though you don't have a decent breakfast, you and if your case is that you didn't have a decent breakfast or you didn't have a breakfast already, you started and your desire of eating it is more. But you can have a list, but it's not really good for you. Unhealthy diet and lack of physical activity and also the excessive consumption of snacks are leading global risks to health. The energy intakes, which are the calories that you're consuming during the day, needs to be in balance with your expenditure and your energy that you're doing. And to avoid those health issues, your energy intake should be less than 30%. Now, talking about these reductions of the intakes, for you to have those saturated fats should be less than 10%. And the trans fats should be less now than 1%. At least, to avoid those free sugar intakes should be less than 10%. Now, keeping this reduction as well, for you the reduction of the salt should be less than 5 grams per day, which is equivalent to 2 grams per day of intakes. And to avoid those health issues, and to avoid those problems, and to not having heart diseases, diabetes, obesity, and hypertension in the future for you, you should stop eating snacks. At least the World Health Organization member states have agreed to reduce the global population's intakes of salt by 30%. This is for you to have a better health diet. And they also have agreed to halt the rise in diabetes and obesity in young adults and as in well in the childhood population by 2025. At least we already seen these reductions of products in Mexico and those advertisements. As example, the excessive of calories, the excessive of sugar, the excessive of also in calories, and the excessive of salt or sodium. According to a survey that I made in a small group of 30, chocolate and chips are most common snacks that you eat, and those are the ones that have more salt, more sodium, more calories. We also have seen peanuts, dry fruits, gummies, cereal, cookies, popcorn, and ice cream. At least peanuts and the dry fruits are good for you, but excessive consumption of this are bad for you because at least you're not gonna eat it well. And just imagine that you're gaining weight with a healthy diet, or even better, that you're losing weight in a healthy way. Now, if you're suffering of pimples, or even if you're trying to avoid these ones, the solution is for you is to not have any snacks now. Now, this is very common to see in Mexico, and this is the Mexican thought. Even when you have a decent breakfast, or you didn't have a breakfast already, the first thing that you thought is, I'm going to a store, buy some cookies or some chips with a juice. Or even if there's no juice, you buy water, or the most common thing, a Coke. Then the Mexican thought is, okay, a Coke, but a Diet Coke, because I want to be healthy. And this is not good for you. And so those actions can change the way you're trying to be healthy. At least, it's good for you, this information, because you can share with your friends, with your family, and you can avoid those issues and those bad habits of eating snacks. Now, stop eating snacks is a solution for you to avoid those health issues if you don't want to have in the future. At least, you want to eat this. You should stop eating snacks now.